Hey, so this is Logan Maddox. I'm a student in Professor Lorenzano's Comm 3354 class, and this is my case study presentation. My case study, I am doing it over the IHOP campaign. So, how does a restaurant known mainly for its breakfast foods turn social media completely upside down just over the course of a summer? Well, if your American restaurant IHOP, it's pretty simple. All you got to do is turn that P upside down. It's pretty much what they did. For those who maybe don't remember this campaign or didn't know much about it when it happened, the whole point of this campaign was to shed light on the fact that IHOP does indeed serve dinner foods as well, especially their burgers. Therefore, the company teased a name change, which, again, came by flipping the P, which in the title, International House of Pancakes, stood for pancakes. They flipped it upside down, as you can see in this picture, to a lowercase b, and it stood for burgers. Now, IHOP teased this name change for a good while on Twitter. As you can see above me, they straight up asked it on their Twitter, what could it be? And this piqued a lot of users' curiosity, in a way to put it, and a lot of media personalities picked it up. As you can see over here, Alexandra Stone, a big media personality, she was even asking her followers, what do y'all think it could stand for? And nobody really knew exactly what it could stand for. And I ended up finding this article by Paul LaMonica, and it's on CNN. IHOP says it's changing its name to IHOP, huh? Which I think just perfectly encapsulates everyone's confusion on this topic, because nobody knew what was going on. Everybody, including LaMonica, was trying to research and see exactly what IHOP was going to be doing with this. So, in teasing a name change, IHOP let people guess what the new acronym would stand for, as you saw earlier. It is important to note that they used Twitter for the majority of this campaign. A big part of it was Twitter, and the most success that they had with this campaign came off of Twitter. After allowing the people to guess for a couple of months, what could it be? What is the B going to stand for in IHOP? It was released, ta-da, that indeed the B did stand for burgers. It was all a hoax. IHOP was not changing their name to IHOP. Instead, it was just an elaborate plan to hype up their new line of burger deals. Now, as IHOP Executive Director of Communications Stephanie Peterson said in a piece with USA Today, and you see that quote, we knew we had a very tough job to convince people that we take our burgers as seriously as we take our pancakes, so we went bold with this campaign, she said. And as we will examine with this video, IHOP, it worked like a charm. They did a phenomenal job with this campaign. They bolstered sales and essentially revitalized their brand just by flipping the last letter in their name. But how exactly, though, did IHOP do this? Now, let's take a deeper look. As we mentioned early in this class, in the week 3 lecture, in fact, social media marketing has some key steps that, if followed, are more than likely going to result in success for your brand. These steps are listening, setting goals, defining strategies, setting a target audience, utilizing tools, picking a platform, implementing, monitoring, and tuning. As far as listening goes, IHOP most definitely listened to what was being said about them and their industry. That restaurants like IHOP are known only for breakfast food. I mean, why should you even go eat there for dinner? Do they even have dinner? They listened about this. They knew kind of what to attack from that. They set their goals. They said that we want to come out and say, hey, let's let everyone know that we serve dinner and burgers just as good as the rest of them with our new line of burger deals. They defined their strategies. They knew exactly what they wanted to do and that they wanted to create a panic in social media. Oh no, change! A restaurant's changing their name. Why? Why are they doing this? They had a target audience in mind, something we're going to touch on in a bit. They had the necessary tools, I'm assuming, since this whole plan worked out for them. And they picked Twitter as the main platform because it was easy to reach a ton of people to go viral. We'll touch on that as well. After implementing the plan, they monitored it and tuned it to work it to perfection as well. IHOP followed the steps of an SMM plan perfectly, and this helped them in this marketing strategy. Talking about their target audience, though, the company definitely did their homework. Now, they tailored this campaign towards younger people. And as we stated in the week 4 lecture, it's important that you want to create a profile for the people in your audience. IHOP, in wanting to hit a younger demographic, knew that most people my age are on Twitter. They knew that with people that are typically younger, they dislike change. And since it seems like everyone on Twitter is just wanting to break news like this or share info with friends, they knew that they were going to have a good chance of going viral about this. The idea of citizen journalism, which is something that we just spoke about recently in our Comm 3350 class, is something that just added fuel to the fire in terms of this campaign blowing up. And going viral is kind of the name of the game. So what better platform to use for this than Twitter? Like we talked about in the Week 7 lecture on microblogging and Twitter, the benefits for social media marketing on Twitter are that there's a larger audience pool, especially of younger people. There's also a chance to appeal to influencers, whether that's celebrities, higher-ups in companies, news personalities like we saw earlier. All those people with big followings were sharing their tweets and going, holy crap, guys, IHOP's changing their name. What's going on? What's this about? And then their followers were sharing it, and then those people's followers were sharing it and talking about it. On and on and on. It was a huge, long cycle and showed, how much you could really appeal to people and go viral on Twitter with this. Plus the interactiveness of Twitter. That was a big plus for this campaign because IHOP was creating polls like you saw earlier, like you see here as well. What could it be? What do you think the B stands for? And fans were responding, which gave us this golden offense reference. Bears beats Battlestar Galactica. But talking about this also kind of ties in with Chapter 7 of the text, which was Social Media Marketing, a Strategic Approach. As was mentioned in that chapter, everyone, it's content clutter is a big problem in social media marketing because everyone, whether you're an everyday Joe or a brand, is trying to stand out on social media. In this day and age, you want to be relevant, you want to seem funny, but you want to stand out most importantly. And when there are tons of people on the internet trying to accomplish the same thing, it creates a problem for brands and, just everyone to stand out. So you've got to bring your A game on the internet. It's exactly what IHOP did here. They were fantastic in sticking out, obviously, when you consider that they sent the internet into a frenzy over this. But at this point, you're probably like, okay, dude, yeah, they did a good job of going viral, getting popular over this, but come on, man, did it actually help them? Did the retweets even matter in the grand scheme of things? Well, according to CNBC, answer is yes. The CNBC published an article stating that this campaign helped IHOP sell 4 times as many burgers. And that's insane to even think about. Just a simple series of posts and polls and everything on Twitter helped them sell 400% more burgers than before. That much of a boost is just ridiculous to think about. And expanding upon this, something that, was a big portion of our Week 11 lecture was a return on investment in social media marketing. You're putting in the time, you're putting in the effort, the money, but is it actually worth it in the end? For most companies, it's hard to put out a finite number in terms of return on investment within the social media marketing plan. However, when you're selling 4 times as many burgers as before, I'd say that's a pretty good indicator that you've done your job well. Writer Danny Klein of FSR Magazine said the same thing about this IHOP campaign. In his research, he noted that 20,000 stories were published just about this campaign. It produced 36 billion earned media impressions across all platforms and produced a potential reach of over 4 billion people. Those are all coming from FSR Magazine. And it's wild to think that a good portion of the Earth's population heard about the IHOP campaign. But again, it just goes to show how great this whole ordeal turned out for IHOP. And it all comes, credit to them. They did a great job with this campaign. YouGov.com, a website that ranks popularity and fame for brands and celebrities and pretty much everybody of note, mentioned that IHOP's word of mouth score rose big time with this one. Though IHOP, in the beginning, they were kind of just a middle of the pack, middle of the line restaurant. The IHOP campaign helped them jump to the 7th most popular dining brand. As of today, they've got 66% positive reviews, opinions, 22% neutral opinions, only 10% negative opinions. So it helped them go from a meh restaurant for most people to becoming a restaurant where 90% of people either like it or feel neutral about it. And as Forbes writer Lisa Montenegro mentioned in a 2018 article, she said, Like Professor Lorenzano, that return on investment's kind of hard to pinpoint for most social media marketing campaigns. She did say, though, that sometimes it's best to see how viral you went, it's best to see how much of a reach you had, and how opinions of your brand were shaped by it. She also pretty much states that no press is bad press. Now, obviously, by the stats from FSR Magazine, IHOP went very, very viral, and it had a massive reach within this campaign. And by the YouGov statistics, it's apparent that IHOP's brand really improved just by pushing their burgers in a clever and creative way. So I hope you now see just how IHOP's 2018 IHOP campaign was successful. The higher-ups in the campaign evidently did their homework. They researched exactly what they needed to do to be successful in social media marketing. And as a result, they quadrupled sales of their burgers and improved the outlook of their brand seemingly overnight. Not too bad for flipping their P to a B. Thank you for watching this case study assignment.